Yeah, this is just great.
Yeah, it is.
Last time I was around a fire, my brother-in-law went away to college. He goes to college in Frostburg, Maryland, a couple hours away.
Yeah.
And me and him hang out all the time because we're hunting partners, and we both go fishing. So last time I had a fire was with him the night before he was leaving. He hasn't been back yet. And nobody comes back soon. He's the guy I do everything with.
Yeah. Where did he go?
He went off to college.
I went to college.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right on. Yeah, spring break.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting. We're gonna get kayaks, or we're gonna do a. That's what we want to do. We want to do a 3-day trip down whatever river we choose, and there in Maryland, to do a 3-day kayak and camping trip.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice. If I can buy a kayak. There's the trick.
Yep.
I'll see if you can rent one.
With me getting ready to go back to college soon, money's gonna be tight.
Of course.
So
Yeah, when I took
probably not gonna buy a kayak.
yeah, dude, when I took my course, it was like $834 out of my bank account, just like that.
Oh yeah.
That one class.
Well, I'm lucky I still have the GI Bill that'll pay for most of it.
Mhm.
But those calculus courses will keep me there for. I won't be able to work anymore, so I won't have the paycheck
Right.
because it's only full time, so it's Monday through Thursday, and it's in the morning. It's the only time they offer the
I'm
course.
sure you can get grants and stuff to help you out.
Yeah. That's the idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do next time. Get some grants.
That's the way to do it. And scholarships. They got so many scholarships out there. Just because my last name and being a veteran, there's just all kinds of scholarships.
No kidding.
Yeah, you just gotta apply for them. I'm going down to the college on like I think a Tuesday or Wednesday to talk to the advisor about it.
Sweet. Nice coat, man.
Yeah.
Oh my! That is a nice coat.
Yes, it is.
And I thought I was making out good with my Carhartt.
There.
Keeping me warm.
Yeah, college ain't cheap.
Most certainly not. It's condensation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let's hope if it develops nice and quiet.
Really? But she enjoys going as like a family, but she's not interested in going like to snow. She's a lot like her mom.
I could have dragged my kids out here. They were falling in wood, everything.
But she's savage. She likes shooting rifles. She's ready. She's prepping
Yeah.
for deer season this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Like she's all about it.
Yep.
It's great.
Where you from?
Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah.
I just heard the accent, so I knew it wasn't local.
Well,
You're kind to your
I
ours.
have no idea where I picked up my accent that people say I have because I lived in Maryland for a year. Before that, I was in Arizona. Before that, I was Georgia.
Georgia.
And before that, I was Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's my wife.
Same room talk.
And no one's here to see me at all. And you know my wife and I, we talk. We're lawyers. So it's forever and a day.
Yeah, I'm the same. I am the same. Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm so glad you made it.
Yeah.
You know, we've been trying to get together for a while.
I know. I sent you a text, then you went off into the woods, and I was like, I hope he's live. And then I know, like, during the show and all that stuff, I was like, I know he can't even talk right now because you have to keep everything secret and blah, 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 and they'll probably, like, sue you or whatever.
Yeah, well, not probably. I mean, there's actually a dollar amount attached to that sue figure that I had to sign that I agreed to. I mean, there's no conjecture.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, from their point of view.
Of course. No, yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't. Yeah,
I would start to get a little itchy from not being around somebody.
I mean, a group of
I would
5 people, we
still
could set
be
up a
talking to
village
myself.
and be okay for a while.
I talk to myself every day.
Absolutely.
Imagine if I was alone.
I mean, I might want some women eventually, but...
yeah, I
No offense.
certainly talked to myself a lot out there. It became, and actually, I talked to God more than I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
It was like a constant.
Because you were gonna meet him real quick if you.
Nah, she's the only one who'll talk back.
I mean, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'd never in my life. It was like I just walked in spirit the whole time. It was unbelievable. Because like everything I'd find, it'd be like a gift. I'd just be thanking him instead.
Yeah, gratefulness.
Like constant, like gratefulness at all times.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I found that when I was alone, That's who I spoke to constantly, all day, every day. It was like, it wasn't just like I was in prayer like I do now. It was like it had no beginning or end.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'd wake up and
The day.
already be in that zone, like I already was.
The day was a prayer.
I would like, just start talking to him already. you know?
Yeah, no.
And sometimes I talk to myself too, like that was a different person, because I'm not just talking to God, like I'm talking to God as a person, as a object,
Yeah.
like towards that. But then I'm talking to myself too. Will be times I'll be like, all right, so what do I want to do? But if I take that, and oh man, but there's a storm coming in, and I really should go get my trot lines. I got a couple out there. I put the scallop on there. I might get that. I don't know. I mean, I might go get that bullhead this time. And it'll be like 15 minutes of me like having a conversation, just
With
like
yourself.
out loud.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
But that's the only way you can stay
it's
sane.
not even like I'm not even like, wow, I was talking to myself a long time, crazy. And then call my wife on my way home, like blah blah. No, it was like
That's it.
that. It was just all day, every day.
Yeah.
You just talk to yourself.
And then night fell. And I was like, hey, I guess I'll go to bed now.
Yeah, exactly.
I got like 12 pounds of that fish I'm cooking in there. Went right to the fishing boats in New Bedford. I got
Kyler's catch, maybe. Right down
I go to Burgies.
Yeah.
Got the gray sole. It's the best fish I had all year from them.
Vegetables, whatever that we found, and the acorn crust was unbelievable.
Yeah, man.
That is good stuff. The key with grains is sprouted. I mean, because if
That's the truth.
because if you don't sprout your grains or soak them, you know what I mean? If you don't soak, ferment, or sprout, you're actually leaching minerals from your body.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why, so if you get some white organic bread, it's great. It's organic. You're not adding poisons to your life. But
Right.
on the flip side, if it's not sprouted, fermented, that's why sourdough bread is awesome for you because it's fermented. It's fermented.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah, she was the one that contacted me about doing classes
Yeah,
and
she
stuff
started-
way back when. She's the one that got us into knowing each other.
Yep.
And,
Those goats are still, by the way, at my mother-in-law's house. They're still hanging out.
That's cool. Actually, I taught her in Taunton.
Yep.
Um,
With my nephews.
that's right.
To doing
Yeah.
the navigation stuff.
We did navigation stuff, and I knew you guys are interesting when she was like, okay, got it. So that's how I get my bearing and all that stuff and everything else. And I showed them how to do the whole bit. And she was like, now,
Thanks, man.
now what do I do when there's a pole when there's a pole reversal and that no longer works? You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, now we're talking. Now you're speaking my language.
That's an interesting question.
Exactly. I'm like, well, let's sit down for this one. Yes. Great question.
Oh, yeah. No.
I'm like, well, there will be a time when the poles are now seeking their stable new location.
Right.
So they're going to be dancing for a little while. Now, remember that it's probably going to be about 8 months before, we got into a big talk. And, I was excited. It was a great conversation.
Start your compass and go by everything else.
But you know what I mean? So then, of course.
Book of Daniel, baby.
So, exactly. So then, of course, we went over, how to do it by solar, and so then we made a solar compass and all that. I'm like, the magnetic poles can go crazy, but the sun is still in the same location. She's like, oh, great job. I'm like, yeah, so let's work on that now. Like, you know what I mean? It was a cool class, dude.
Dude, you know what's funny too is her mom, my mother-in-law, how many people? Now I know it's
Dude, she was one of my teachers in high school.
I know.
How's that even possible?
But dude, the fact that she walks out to the woods, and I know she couldn't throw a bow drill together, and the fact that she's drilling it 68 years old with a freaking cane, to go just to literally go out to the woods and be like, all right, just to attempt it.
Dude,
that's fucking.
That was an epic bow drill class. She's 65 years old, covering a bow drill. I'm like, this is so cool. And you got yours.
Oh yeah, I did.
I helped you carve it. I got an ember with your kit. And then you went home and trimmed it a little bit because I'm taller than you.
Yep.
And then
I had made mine.
Yeah, and then you got an ember out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's what I do all the time up north.
I mean, I'll try to do my bow drill. I don't get it like. Obviously, the winter's a challenge, but flint and steel.
Dude, remember that day I showed you flint and steel?
Oh yeah.
Dude, your eyes were lit up. You're like, dude, that's like instant ember. I'm like, I know. You're like, oh my god, dude. Yeah.
I know. And so I experimented, and so I dragged my family out when we go up north, and like I dig out the fire pit, and I'm like, all right, so because they still like my mother-in-law will still be like, oh, we gotta like stockpile like lighters and matches. And I'm like, dude, try to light a fucking fire with a match or a lighter in the winter. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
It's just not hard.
If you don't know what you're doing, yeah.
Yeah, but even still, like, it's hard.
What?
But a flint and steel is...
What are you talking about, guy?
I think...
With a match? It's already fire. What do you need? Make feather sticks.
No,
or use twigs, twig bundles. I mean, come on.
No, I know.
Or don't even make a feather stick. Make like a basketball size of curls.
I mean, look, I'm lying to my
You'd
family.
Oh, okay. I thought you mean serious. I'm like, get out of here. I'm like, you've made bow drills. What are you talking about?
No, I'm lying to my
You're out of your mind right now.
No, I lie.
Okay.
Just like I lie to my clients.
Okay.
I tell them something's due on a certain date when I know it's really due 100 days from then.
Right. Because in that way you know that you're really
They're
good.
gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so you said, okay, that's like good luck with that. So then what happened with it? With that situation?
With which one? I'm sorry.
About telling them that that they're not going to be able to do it. So
So what they did is they started. So they were like, okay. So they started like actually gathering the wood, making, because they thought you could just take like some thin sticks, throw it on a pile, and like take a lighter to it.
Oh boy.
I'm like, no, man. You gotta you need your thin,
Yeah,
small
right.
little stuff, and like build it up and they're used to like the camp out fire, like throw some gasoline and like a bunch of newspapers down and like hope for the best.
Right. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
But that's how
sometimes
you're
those are
raised.
fun, though.
everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not being critical. I'm just everyone's gonna start somewhere. You're right. Wait for me.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well,
That's what you're gonna say.
if you insist.
I was just checking to see if it leaked.
Integrity.
Yes.
It's a nice shot glass.
Yeah, dude. What kind of burl is that?
Winter birch.
Winter birch.
Sweet birch burl.
Oh, nice. Betulus negra. Delicious.
You see how it would make a cool tobacco pipe bowl too, though, huh?
Yeah.
Just saying that, yeah.
Yep. The best way is to have the stem be at the very bottom
Base, yeah.
and go all the way in. So like so what you do is you take your
I don't know if I left them enough meat for that.
the wood. No, there isn't. The wood that you use as a stem goes inside the bottom, all the way in, right? But what you do is you take that stem and you carve just the very top off of it.
Yep.
So it's a stem only on the bottom at the very end,
I got a
facing
oak burl.
up, and you put it right at the bottom.
I
So that
haven't
way
touched
it,
yet.
the air goes straight down. You don't do the side wall. The air goes straight down. My
Can I
buddy
see
in
that
Canada
knife,
did
Mitch? I
that.
haven't got to see it in person yet.
What's that?
That knife.
Yeah, sure. I've got a new version of it coming out real soon.
That's yours?
Yeah.
I love the size of the handle.
Yeah, dude, I sold 80 of those in like,
They're all gone now?
oh god, dude, I sold, I sold out in the whole thing in 6 weeks, but I bet I sold the first 77 or 80 of them in like the first day.
No kidding.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I pissed through those things. I bought 100 of them and it was like, almost all of them sold out that first,
I love the stamp.
within like 2 days. Yeah, came out nice. So what I'm doing with the new one is
is the handle gonna be equivalent?
the handle's changing.
Is it shorter?
No.
Oh,
The reason why is it's the only knife I know that allows you to go into chest lever, which we use constantly,
Yep.
right? And it doesn't dig into your palm. It actually curls right around the palm
nice.
in chest lever. So you can just do this all day,
Yep.
and it's like most knives here, eventually it'll bruise you up when you're making bows and you're making whatever. So I like that length.
I didn't think it was that big
It's
when I saw the
important.
picture of it.
Yeah, it's important to make that, for me anyways, to be a carving knife. But what I'm changing is I'm gonna have like 15 made to the new Gen 2 design.
Yep.
And because they're just leftovers from the first batch. And he's gonna make it with micarta. And I'm getting maple scales made, like custom milled for me, stabilized a whole bit. Then I'm gonna send them to my knife maker. And the next 100, the next batch, Gen 2 batch coming out this summer is gonna be
summer?
it's gonna be curly maple.
Would I be able to give you a
I
deposit?
gotta warm my hands up.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good. If you want one, that's a good idea. I actually did that with this one. A bunch of my friends gave me money ahead of time.
Yep.
I sold 10 knives before it even went live.
Yeah.
Because they're like, dude, those are gonna sell out so fast. I'm like, yeah, I think so. Dude, it's 2 days later. I'm like, well, I got 20 left.
Yeah.
They're like, out of the 120? I'm like, yeah. Like, dude, I'm glad I gave you the money then. You know. And I carve a lot with it, and it's the most comfortable. It's gonna be so much better already. But it's like chest lever with other knives. Just, I mean, I literally had to stop using my Ray Mears knife. It's like almost a $500 knife because it bruised my palm. Is that somebody's stomach?
That was burp I was holding in.
Oh, okay.
I kept my mouth shut for it.
Why just erupt?
I haven't had that much scotch.
I'll do the spices.
Put a trash bag over here for anybody who needs it,
Cool.
if you haven't seen it yet.
Yep, we did. Some of us did. Thank you for that. You know the best part about making a nice pork loin stew?
You got pork loin in there?
Oh yeah. As I am
That's
going.
what you were eating? I mean, that's what you were cooking on the
Yeah.
rock?
Oh yeah. I am gonna sleep warm and happy tonight.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna sleep right here.
Right on, right next to the fire.
I'm just gonna keep the fire going and just lay right here.
There you go.
Need a firekeeper.
I got a -30 bag and a wool blanket.
I don't know what my rates, but usually around 20 degrees I start getting cold.
Coldest I've been in mine's 18.
I've been to -15 on mine.
I've been to 0.
Yeah, I was cold. I was real cold. A different bag though. It was a -20 bag. That was rough,
Bag,
dude. That was
30
bad.
bag.
I'm usually spooning with my wife when I camp though, so
Spooning.
I'm not gonna have her to keep me warm.
Canoodling.
Or Dixie.
A little canoodling.
I love bringing my dog camping, man, because she's like a little furnace in the tent. I love it. But I couldn't this time. It's too cold for her.
It's like as I said, worst came to worst. I'm not beyond. It's like if I wake up and it's too cold for me, I'm not beyond just hightailing out of here. No.
They walk down the road.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah. So if some of my shit's gone for it's like I mean I'll just come back in the morning and grab come back and.
What are you gonna do, man?
You
I should do your
go to my
chicken
office
good.
building if you want. It's only 5 minutes away.
I told you, man, if
No
you want to get
bad,
warm,
but
I got a one-man
actually,
tent,
there's a
so you're more than welcome. Come join me.
I mean I live in Quincy, so it's not that bad of a drive.
Thing is, you'll be warm by the time you get to your car.
Exactly.
I gotta get some footage of that moon a little bit.
I love cooking on stones, man. This is like the best like slow cooked meat. Feel free to ask. I mean, anyone.
I got a stew, bro. That's all.
Right. Like you don't need any spice, nothing. Just leach the minerals out of the freaking stone.
Be cool to have a salt rock slab.
That's what salt is. I mean,
That's good, man. Thanks.
Welcome.
Did you have that maple
Yeah, I'm about to top that off.
That
with
stuff was
I had
awesome.
it.
You set up, dude. I made that from scratch the other
I
day.
saw the picture.
Oh yeah,
Freaking awesome.
Cool. Wow. Did you see that? What the one that said maple gold?
Yeah.
It was like in the process.
Yeah, that was like in the spoon lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the key. I figured out that like if I can get it to like peanut butter consistency, then it's gonna be a good batch.
So there's a private attorneys that are appointed as the trustee, right? They make their money off of, if there are assets available in a case above and beyond what I can protect and this and that, they get a gradated level of commissions based on that. Like I just handed a case to a trustee where the guy made $17,000 because it was a personal injury case and all this jazz, right?
Right.
So he made $17K off that.
There's a parachute shelter, living room. Sleeping in the wiki up tonight. Got my gear in here. Sleeping mat. That's where I'll be crashing out. Setting up my bed for the night. Starting to get on in the night. Starting to get late. Before I'm completely exhausted. So I actually go to bed. Yeah, set it up. So all I could do is come in here and crawl into my on my foam mattress and my sleeping bag. The first layer is a poncho, moisture barrier. Then I have my wool blanket, one I designed, because it's velcroed, which allows me to make a bivvy out of it. It's like a sleeping bag, a wool sleeping bag. sure underneath me there's not any sticks on there. That's a big root. I'm not going to want to sleep there, so I'm going to shift over a little bit. It's important to do that now before I get myself in my bag and try to get comfortable. It's imperative to do that now. Alright, that's good. So I've got my sleeping bag. It's a -30 Fahrenheit bag. I think it's gonna get down to like 6 degrees tonight, somebody was saying. Something like that. It's always good to have a sleeping bag ready for good cold temps. Have to fix its loft after being in the stuff sack. Waterproof bivvy for my sleeping bag. So all together, my bedroll is the poncho, moisture barrier, it's the foam sleeping pad, it's the wool blanket, and the sleeping bag inside the wool blanket, inside of waterproof bivvy. There is the complete package. Good to go. Sleeping bag, wool bivvy, nylon bivvy, sleeping pad, moisture barrier, wiki up. Good times. Been cooking these rocks on pretty much all night. One of the guys has a little shovel. Makes it easy. as you use fork sticks. Put these in the wiki, radiate. Whew, it's hot, tons of good heat. There's no fire in here tonight. I'm gonna just have screaming hot rocks. I mean, it's definitely chilly out. It's cold enough for fire. I'll check, see what it says right now. 9 degrees Fahrenheit. But yeah, I just don't feel like managing a fire right now. I'm tired and I have a bunch of kit inside here with me, and I just don't feel like doing it properly. So we'll let our fire die down quite a bit while we're out there. So it's not a good setup just to grab, you know, if there was kind of some meat left in the fire, I could just, you know, transfer it over. Off I go. So probably do that tomorrow night. Have a nice little fire in here. I'm on my sleeping bag. It's I'm just sitting on it right now. It's like super soft and comfy. I love it. It's a really nice rig. I love this bedroll. Those hot rocks, they're like screaming hot. Like my boot touched it and it was like psh, just vaporized the snow that was on my boot. Gone. Just instant. So that's good. Letting out some heat. I got the door open. I haven't even built the door for this thing yet. I haven't built raised beds for it yet. There's a bunch of stuff I haven't done. I haven't even built an actual fire pit in here yet. So this wiki is still, you know, still very young. Still a lot of work that can be done. So yeah, just 2 overnights in the wiki debris shelter, and looking forward to rocking out right now. Got some gear over there. I have an Anchor battery. Plug in my phone, charge it up for a little while before I crash out. Make sure that has some good charge. Keep my phone in my sleeping bag so it stays warm, so it doesn't die. Same with the Anchor battery. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll keep a canteen with a plastic bag in the bottom as well, so I don't get frozen water. And that's a wrap.